In today's video, we're staying at the InterContinental Thalasso in Bora Bora. This property is located on Monte Pitiao, which is a coral island on the barrier reef. You have a beautiful turquoise lagoon and also great views of Mont Antemanu. This property is known for their spa, but the prices might shock you. Big favor before you dive in is to give this a thumbs up to help with the algorithm. If you're new and you like travel, then consider subscribing. I want to give a tour of this in case anyone is coming here and coming early. Transit room, relatively straightforward. Seating, I actually thought there was more of a couch system, or a more comfortable looking couch than this, but couch, middle thing, closet with lights, restroom, this, shower, toilet, towels. This is a better representation of what it actually looks like in terms of lighting. I mainly wanted to come in and charge stuff because I think we're out of plugs, or I'm out of batteries very soon. Hello!
Fancy seeing you in here.
A few moments later.
We ended up actually literally just sitting there and taking a nap for an hour because I think we were still a bit tired. So there's that. Air conditioning was also nice. We already got our stuff moved in. Pretty cool room. These panels do open up if you want more light in here. Couch setup. You can sit down and look outside and kind of enjoy the view. I think the highlight of this is still, to me, the fact that it's a table, but it like opens up and like that goes down into the water. So you can feed fish and then you can turn it on. Some drinks, complimentary water, mini fridge that is pretty big. Not really planning to touch that, by the way. And complimentary coffee over here. The Nespressos are not complimentary though, so something to be aware of. These were pretty good. I drank a few from the other room. I like them, not bad. I think the stuff at breakfast is a bit better though. Telephone. Everything over here is relatively standard on this side. TV. A lot of it is actually French channels, which makes sense because it's the French Polynesian islands, but just something to be aware of. If you are someone who wants some other stuff, it might make sense to bring DVDs because there's a DVD player down here. Mandy's out here relaxing, enjoying the view. So pretty solid. Water over here is a lot deeper though, so something to be aware of. The last one I believe was up to my chest height. This one is going to be 10 feet deep. And once you finish this, tables, privacy screen, a lot of cool art as well. One other thing I really like, which I think is very subtle, but I'm just a big fan, is that it is relatively high ceiling. Obviously, I'm not that tall. I'm not using that upper space, but I feel like as someone who is normally in an apartment, it's just nice to know that it's a high ceiling place rather than just cutting off like right here. So as a member, you get all this stuff. 500 points, complimentary mineral water, as well as the checkout. This is the bedroom. Pretty good view too. So it looks out into, I think I heard Mandy over there. You can sit here and ponder the world, or you can watch TV. So another one right here. Bathtub. You can also close this door if you wanted to. Again, similarly good views. Look outside, also opening up these panels, kind of the same idea. 2 sinks, mirror, shower, shower head, more shower stuff, towels, similar to any other standard room. Neither of us ended up using this one last night, but I think it's pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty big. So you could relax here and probably close those panels off because there is a lot of wind coming in. If you wanted to eat some, I don't know why you would eat in the tub. I guess I wouldn't, but if you want to eat something, if you wanted to stream something on here to relax while being able to look outside and enjoy that as well, that works out. Gonna close these again. Same thing as the other room, pretty high ceilings with a fan. For this side, the door part opens up while this normal part doesn't. So same thing over here, another door over here as well. You can close that off. There's 2 separate AC systems. So one for that room and then one for this room and the sink side. And then on this room too is the closet, which is pretty big. I find it interesting how there's actually the toilet in here as well. Safe, a lot of drawers you need to put stuff. And then life vests up here. And that's pretty much it. I think we're gonna go back out, do some scuba diving, enjoy the water while we still can. Ready, Mandy?
Let's go.
Okay, see you guys next time. Breakfast tends to be one of the best value add-on purchases when staying at Bora Bora resorts. For Thalasso, it's served at the Reef Restaurant from 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. There's a wide range of options ranging from fresh tropical fruit, pastries, and also standard American breakfast items like bacon and sausage. Also a bunch of local dishes that I think are worth tasting. If you are on a budget, I'd recommend having a late breakfast, so starting around 9 or 9:30 and then eating until they stop at 10:30. Since it's a buffet, you can enjoy the food and the company and skip lunch afterwards. It is about $46 per person, but if you compare it to a la carte prices for dinner or lunch, this is pretty good. Thalasso has 80 rooms and all of them are overwater villas. Each is designed to offer some view of Mont Ventoux, but the better views will cost you more. There's pretty much 3 types of rooms, so the base one is the overwater villa. Main highlights being the see-through table and the fact that you have direct to lagoon access. Next level up is the overwater pool villa that comes with a private pool. The last one is the Terramona Suite, which has 2 bedrooms, private pools, and is ideal for families and larger groups. Outside of the rooms, there are a lot of other amenities. There is a large shared outdoor pool, which can be pretty nice. If you're trying to buy some souvenirs, there is a gift shop of local crafts and other items. If you want to work out, there is a 24/7 fitness center with some pretty solid equipment in my book. Also, depending on when you go, you're probably not going to be fighting too many people. Most people who are doing something like cardio are going to be doing it outside, jogging, or going for a swim. In addition, they have wellness activities like fitness classes and yoga. One of the big draws of Thalasso is the spa, which use deep sea water along with products like seaweed and algae. The prices were a bit aggressive for our taste, so we didn't do anything, but if you are on a honeymoon or if you enjoy spas, then probably worth the experience. Taking a look at the prices, the 3-day honeymoon package for 2 people is about $1,600. It does seem to include a bunch of things though, so it's pretty comprehensive. If only one of you are interested, there is a 90-minute Bliss package, which has a few things, and that's going to be $800. Otherwise, the standard cheapest massage is about $200 for 50 minutes. They also do have a water bath hydro massage for about 20 minutes, which is about $80. Their most famous option is the Bora Bora Bliss massage, which is about 90 minutes and $300. If on the other hand you're looking for free activities, they do have kayaks, paddleboards, and other things you can borrow. They also do have snorkeling equipment, but I'd recommend bringing your own because it fits a lot better. Your mileage may vary, but I've been using my stuff for a lot of other trips, so it's worth it. Also, depending on when you come, they do have Polynesian dance and fire shows, but that generally is more part of the dinner experience. On a note of food, there are 3 main restaurants. You have Sands, Reef, and Le Corral. Sands, as the name implies, is beachfront and it's more casual. You have a mix of local and international cuisine. Reef is Mediterranean and has a view of the lagoon. Le Corral is gourmet French and on the fancier end. They also apparently have the largest wine cellar in French Polynesia. The reason I'd recommend having a late breakfast and maybe skipping lunch is due to the prices. If you want a burger and fries, it's about $40 to $45. Tacos are about $35. Pizzas are also $35, but you can get away with sharing that, so it feels a bit more budget friendly. For dinner, you're looking at about $100 per person if you go with a set meal. If you do a la carte, it's about $25 to $30 for a starter. So for example, sashimi or ceviche. Salads are about $30 to $35, which feels a bit aggressive to me. In contrast, the mains feel a lot more reasonable, about $40 to $45, and they also come off a side. So for example, fries, grilled veggies, or spiced corn. On the first night, we had a light snack at the beach bar, and each of the items were $7, and we weren't too impressed. So this is the calamari, and this is the salmon. It kind of reminded me of air fryer food and made us pretty hesitant to go to the main restaurants. You also can take a shuttle to La Moana if you want to eat at their restaurants or restaurants by their property or the ones in the main town. We opted to go to Bloody Mary's since it was famous at the time, and most people consider it their best meal in Bora Bora. As a publishing though, Bloody Mary's is temporarily closed for renovations, and they are building a new hotel. The restaurant was a pretty cool concept though, where you pick your cuts, so seafood or meat, they weigh it, and you tell them how you want it cooked. We ended up going with tuna sashimi and 2 fish mains. Prices were about $30 to $40, which was pretty reasonable. The food itself though was just okay, probably a strong 7. It wasn't bad by any means, but a bit overhyped. If I could go back in time, I probably would still go here, but with lower expectations. The ambiance and vibe though is a 10 out of 10, and probably worth a visit for that alone. Pro tip, bring bug spray because mosquitoes were having a feast on my legs that night. In terms of excursions, we ended up booking a snorkeling day trip while we were here. It was pretty amazing and a great way to explore the lagoon, see dolphins, swim with free sharks, and also stingrays. There also is a 4x4 jeep tour of the island, and you pretty much need to do this if you want to go to certain areas because otherwise it's not accessible. I guess you could hike it, but might be a bit dangerous. I'll do a deeper dive in a future video walking through all the excursions and how you can maximize your experience. On a side note, if you want to learn about cards to get IHG Elite status or points to make these trips more affordable, we do have links on the website asksebby.com and also down below in the description box. As always, make sure the links are competitive, that the cards make sense for you, but otherwise it is a huge way to support the channel, so thank you in advance. Overall, the InterContinental Thalasso is a great option if you're very into the spa or if you're looking for more of an intimate experience. This property is comparably smaller than other ones like the St. Regis and the Conrad. Those ones are super nice, but sometimes they can kind of give off a big chain vibe, while this one feels more like a boutique. The disadvantage though is that it does feel a bit more isolated, and you might not have as many activities if you don't want to do excursions off-site. Still though, this is a great option if you're looking for more R&R time with Player 2. If you made it to this point, leave a unicorn emoji in the comments down below, and I'll try to heart it and also respond. 3 questions. Number 1, what are your thoughts on Thalasso? Number 2, would you have a late breakfast and skip lunch, or are you someone that has 3 meals a day? Number 3, which one do you think is better, La Moana or Thalasso? Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. Big favorite, thumbs up, consider subscribing, but otherwise hope you liked it. See you next time.